It's already going to be said. So it's going to be up to y'all to go listen to what it was that it was said. Catch the new thing that's being said at the moment. And I'm feeling that it's going to come to a place where there's not going to be no fucking words, bro. Like this light power teaching and everything, we're going to get to a place nothing to say. The only time we have something to say is when the world and the things going on in the Matrix give us something that we have to correct. You know what I mean? Like when we're on our own time, gang, this is what we're going to be saying. I'm serious, gang. When it comes to our time, when we're operating in our wholeness and our vibration as a collective, everybody's gonna be saying the same thing. Most people don't know what life is gonna actually. Oh man, I see you got some bars on there. Okay, let's see. Father God, that be happening sometimes when I read the comments. So some of the last things we want to say about self-worth, self-value is that we don't want to wait for someone else to tell us our value. This is the matrix summary. But you have to know when you know, or else you don't. And if you don't, you have to be so quick to know that you don't, or else you never get to know. Let me tell you, gang, I don't know shit. I don't. And that's all. I don't know anything else to say. I don't know anything. And then from this place, God tells me everything. But it seemed like because I don't know that I'm not something. Well, I don't need somebody to think that I am something or I'm not. I don't need that. So I can boldly say I don't know shit, and I know for a fact he's going to tell me something right now. But if we start talking about website development, if we're talking about e-commerce, if we're talking about social media, if we're talking about SEO, I'm knowing shit. But then at the same time, I still tell myself that I don't know shit. It's the only cheat code I can give y'all. Besides Jesus Christ, the next one is I don't know. Facts. If you can plug in that I don't know, that shit works really good, bruh. If you plug it in for the Lord, that shit gonna work really good. I don't know, Father. Is there anything else that I can do? Boom, creativity. But if you feel like you know it all, then it's full of shit and you're not using it. So now you can't have nothing else because you're full. So the wisdom is knowing how to humble yourself, inwardly humble yourself. God does not need you to walk around like a mopey man or a mopey woman. No, you got to walk powerfully. But your humility is not amongst people. Your humility is before him. You're not humble so someone sees you, you're humble. No, it's not about being seen, gang. It's about what you're embodying. I'm not humble when I'm talking to people about iPhones. Y'all don't know this shit. None of y'all's telling me where the LCD connector is. I know where the fucking connector is. I opened this shit up myself. iPhone X, XR, 11, 12, 12 Pro Max, 13 Pro Max, 15 Pro, 15 Plus. I am the one for this. MacBook, LTE, it doesn't matter if I'm using Wi-Fi or GPS. I'm working this shit. I'm disabling connectors, putting them back together, step by step, breaking it down. I'm the one doing that. I'm sorry, Jonah, you about to be put in the whale in a couple minutes. You should be respectful pulling up into the house of the Lord, and you see that people are teaching and demonstrating the nature of God and bringing people to Christ. You should be quiet and listening, not coming in here asking your own personal questions. You're a distraction. I'm about to call the Lord and ask him why you're not in the belly. Didn't he send you to Nineveh? Go do your preaching over there. Why are you bothering us? We preaching over here. Don't let me snap on you, Jonah. I'm about to come scroll in the comments. We're here because we're searching too. But see, this is why I want to help you guys, because I was searching once before. And I want you to know your search ends when you recognize, yes, I am the Lord. When you recognize him with you, that's where the search is ended. It becomes more of discoveries. He's going to show you things, but there's nowhere else to go. He's found in scripture. He reveals himself over and over and over and over and over. He lives as yourself. But if you don't know yourself, then you're going to be searching. But that's why you find me, so I point you back to you. So you find me, I point you back to Christ, you. So you find me, I point you back to the Most High, God, you. And then, when you recognize yourself, you recognize how you're treating you. Are you valuing you? Or are you waiting for somebody else to value you? See, this is so funny. God bless you on your way back to Nineveh, Jonah. When you choose the divine, you have to recognize this. If you don't know how to wear your Yeshuas, you're going to condemn every true prophet who really is. That's the only thing people do here. Either they recognize the energy or they come in here looking confused, like they think they know the Lord and they're not walking with him. Somebody's walking with him and they live their whole life for him, and then you want them to be listening to your stagnant ass. I can't help you. I can't help you. You're not a helpable person, because unto yourself you're condemnation. I am the unconditional love of the Lord, Yeshua Jesus Christ, Gademshe Golden Son, a living Christ. This is every day. It's not Sunday. You sound like a Sunday follower coming to a daily place where we keep this Spirit of God. We're not searching for the Spirit of God. We're delivering the Spirit of God over here. You can walk into Gademshe Amazon Prime, delivering Christ. And you trying to tell me how you to do what you're not doing. Y'all embarrass yourselves. It's embarrassing. And y'all make it obvious why people who have real relationship with the Father want to distance. Because y'all make the relationship with the Father a toy, because you're not practicing it, number one. And then all you have on your tongue is condemnation. There is no condemnation for those in Jesus Christ. So what the fuck are you doing here? You're being here consumed by Satan, and you're trying to distract us. That's what you're doing. You're ignorantly housing demons, and you're bothered, and you're trying to bother us. When we're in love, come into enlightenment, come into wisdom, come into knowledge, come into truth, come to awareness. I'm going to have to make y'all an example every time. Every time. Because y'all don't give any other choice at this point. I'm too wise to block you, because your soul is suffering. So you're trying to share your suffering in condemnation. You don't have nothing in your mind about Christ. You're looking for errors. Oh, he's not talking about the Bible correctly. And so you live in errors, because that's what you're looking for. Those who are looking for truth, that's what they find. See what I'm saying? See, bro, this is how I know. I already know I'm striking chords right now. I already know I'm striking chords. Look at the frame of what you just said right now. I've just given you the solution, and look at what you're saying. You might want to change your profile picture, because that's a disgrace. Especially when you come to Leo himself. Did you guys hear me say that? I am the Lord's son. Don't you hear me talking to the Father right now? So who am I talking to? So for me to reveal him to be with you, why are you not seeking yourself? You're seeking me? You must be confused. You must not be listening well. I don't even know how to help you at this point. If that's what you heard, and that's your argument, and that's your stance, I feel embarrassed going back and forth with you. So I'm just going to stop. I'll let you stay, though, but I'm going to put you in the firewood box. Because we're going to keep the kingdom boiling hot. I just think it's too much. Go and read your scripture and get to those Yeshua words and wear them. Lord. Any who come after me will do what? Even mightier and greater works than these. So what do you expect Jesus expects? You're looking at a pedestal that I'm standing on, and I'm inviting you to stand with me. And you're trying to tell me that I'm supposed to do something for you. You're supposed to do something for yourself. And that's why you're here. Because you're still waiting for a savior outside of yourself. And that's why you're here. And that's why I'm not in nobody else's chat. Okay, thank you. I just told you about the tables. You might want to go and listen back to this video. I just told you about the tables. Eventually, you will have to become a living Christ. That's the only thing that can happen here. Because you're not going to be able to follow me. Because that's not why you're here. And I know why you're here. And I'm not going to pretend like I don't. I know who I'm speaking to. But you don't. You don't know who's listening. And you damn sure don't know who's talking to you either. All right, so let's go leave the firewood over there, gang. Let's leave the firewood now. But I had to put these words out because I think that I'm also showing you guys where your spiritual defense comes from. It comes from knowing. I'm not doing anything besides exactly what God wants. But he does not want you to think about him through somebody else. He wants you to recognize himself. He created himself as Yeshua Jesus Christ so that you would recognize how to have oneness with him. You are still seeking another man? You belong in religion, gang. Woo, can we get some ones in the comments if y'all are still resonating with this word and have understood the corrections that have been shared? Because it's hard to help. That's the reason why I don't go nowhere and bother nobody with my message. I've heard once, you cannot free slaves. And I never understood what it meant. Because I was like, well, what if they get free? Then they're free, right? No, gang. I was explaining this in the interview that you guys may listen to very soon when it drops. When I was with my family members and God was telling me that I was meant to go back and help them, I didn't want to go back. I was preferring to stay in Costa Rica. But I felt like if I didn't go, then I would regret not giving them an opportunity to learn what I was learning. So I went back. And after I went back and I tried my best, they rejected the knowledge. They didn't want to make any changes in their life. They didn't want to do nothing differently. They have become addicted to the pattern that they had at that time. And I equivalated it because it took diabetes for them to start taking what I said seriously. And so to me, it was like, oh, okay, so you're the type of person that keep putting your hand on the stove, even though that shit burns, but you're going to keep that shit there until you can see some bone. I'm not fucking doing that. You can lead them to the water, but you cannot force them to drink. And I think it's even deadly to force people to drink because they can choke easier that way. You're a little bit more responsible. But I was tired and fed up because I'm smelling all this dead ass skin in the air, basically, because you keep touching the stove, not taking care of yourself. You keep touching the stove, negatively talking to yourself. You keep touching the stove and you keep hurting yourself and you're not stopping hurting yourself. So I'm here to help you stop hurting yourself. And you are just continually hurting yourself. I got to get out of here eventually. And so eventually I chose that. I'm out of here. But it wasn't me by my choice. Literally, it was God. Literally. God told me to go back, and I couldn't even mentally leave. I felt like I was just going to be here and they was going to get it one day. What's up, gang? What's up, Ricky? And they never got it. It literally took God telling me to leave for me to leave. I forgot why I got into the story. Correction, because it was correcting this gang up in here. It was correcting somebody in here. And it's like, you have to want better for yourself. Nobody can make you the image of Yeshua Jesus Christ. You have to choose that. Even Yeshua described this in his own life. He showed you while he was on the cross. He said, Father, unto you I commit my spirit. You have to die to your old self and to become the Christ self. You have to choose that. I've chosen that. That's why you're listening here. That's why you don't see nobody taking me to church or giving me the spirit so I can give it. I am the Spirit of God. And you go that way, you're going to be exactly where Jesus said you would be. I am the way. Who's the Spirit of God? I am. So how can I know that and not say that I am that? How can I be separate from God? See, people want to stand in the light. They talk about like they do, but they really don't. Because when they see somebody who's actually standing in the light, they tell them to get down. You're not supposed to be that close to God. Oops. Well, somebody has to do the Lord's business. The earth, it looks crazy. This shit is fucking full of darkness. Who the fuck are you waiting for? God created himself as you. Why the fuck are you here if you're not supposed to help with the darkness going on? You're not going to shine the light nowhere? But so I'm shining the light. Because I'm not waiting for your ass. Your ass is stagnant. You don't want to fucking do it. You want to condemn everyone. Because they're not doing it correctly. While you do shit and fucking nothing. I have to tear this up a little bit. But the whole live today is all about self-worth. And this is me sharing this to y'all. Because I'm not going to be able to be validated by anyone. I've recognized it. Let me scroll up and make sure I got all the comments. What's up, Sister Aria? I got to come back to the comments because I want to make sure I read everything today. You're an individual universe that is beautiful like all of us. Yes, you're brave enough to speak. Thank you so much, Starry Nightly. This is what I always want to make sure of. So when I read the comments, that's how I felt it in my spirit. I was like, I need to read the comments and make sure. Look at that good ass gem right there from Starry Nightly. See, the thing that's different about me, I don't give a fuck to share the spotlight. I'm fucking bored. If I had material desires, I would have already run game and everybody. That's why God purged me. So I can be like him. You are meant to be seen in the spotlight. But if you don't know that, then your self-worth is determined on somebody else's ability to see that. So I need you to be seen for the last time in today's conversation. I need today's conversation for you to be like, okay, I don't need anybody ever again for the rest of my life to say I did a good job, bitch. I am complete with my job. It's good. God didn't wait for nobody to say that the creation he made was good. Why are we trying to be like anybody else? If they're going to say that's blasphemous, well, then go ahead and be less than yourself. What the fuck? Our Father, who art in heaven, he wasn't even trying to wait for nobody to say that was great. So what the fuck you waiting for? I'm great. And I'm not that good. So I'm greater every day. And it's hard for people to measure up against me. They scared that I'm coming. Because they can see that I'm not barred to anything. I'm continually growing. So they're afraid. They don't want to collab. That's okay. I wasn't waiting for y'all to collab with me. I was pushing live to see anyways. I wasn't waiting for y'all to say my message was good. I was posting and sharing my shit anyways. I'm not fucking waiting for y'all to think that the fucking wisdom of the Lord has come. I'm going to keep sharing this shit anyway. Y'all people going to be fucking late to this party, gang. They're going to be 50 years late to this fucking party. Who the fuck do you think I am to care? Bitch, I'm partying with the Spirit of God. I'm delivering his wisdom. You think that I was mad before? Let's talk all about it. I was sad, mad, broken before when my family members wasn't able to recognize what God told me to tell them. And then they was waiting for somebody else to say the same shit just after diabetes. Then they started listening. That's almost like God was saving you, but you didn't want it. So you suffered. And then after a little bit of suffering, then you started hearing, oh, I remember you said this. That shit hurts, bruh. I would say, I'm going to add that to my list, Dave. The shit that hurts me a little bit, when I feel like I need to help somebody, I try to help them, and they instead shoot themselves in the foot because they felt like that was going to feel better. Oops! That hurts me so much because then I feel like, damn. Because I be thinking it's me, like, did I not pronounce it correctly? Like, what? Like, you know, like, I was about to help you avoid your whole mess up. Like, I'd be trying to beat me up for them. That's, like, one of my areas where I've tightened up. Now, if you want to be thirsty, go be my guest. You feel me? Like, you want to go right ahead. We got life jackets and all this scuba gear. Oh, you want to just jump in by yourself? We got life jackets, we got scuba gear, we got donuts and whatever call them things, rubber duckies and all this shit. Take a rubber ducky at least if you're not going to take a life jacket. No, I want to feel free. Oh, you want to feel free? Okay. So today's conversation, gang, back to self-worth. We do not want to find our worth anywhere. We supposed to have it already. And this is how you increase it. You have to honor what comes to you. Like it's your holy business. And you have to honor that like you give a damn. Not because you almost would like to give a damn, but because you really do. You have to start really giving a damn about how life wants to live itself through you. Because somebody will walk straight past the same exact place and they wouldn't see a mural there. So if you see a mural there and you see a sign that say, looking for artists to make a mural here, your motherfucking ass should feel like Picasso. If that shit don't turn out the way you was hoping shit, you need to remember that paint exists and paint over that bitch and get another good try out there. You feel me? You have to learn how to rely on your own shit. That's why I made the analogy. Oh, I didn't show y'all the video with this woman who spent over $200,000 on bags that she can only wear one at a time. And she got over like 50 bags that cost between $1,000 and $5,000. She got a lot of waste, especially now that they're not in the same price range as these Chinese these Chinese fashion architects have now exposed these materials are not that expensive. And the markup has become more evident of literally, some of them bags was $39,000. The highest I saw. I didn't see her buying them. I don't know if she bought them or not, but $39,000 for a bag. I like nice things too, gang, but I'm definitely not paying rent if that's the fucking thing I'm purchasing. If I'm purchasing some shit like that, I must be fucking living on a motherfucking volcano with AC and fucking, you know what I'm saying, solar power and then satellites in that bitch. Sub-zero effect. I got a sub-zero effect in the fucking volcano. Then I'm buying a fucking $39,000 bag. Bitch, I need at least my own land before I buy my wife some shit like that. So if my queen come back to this live and she see this a little later on time, I'm be like, yes, babe, I'm definitely gonna get you this bag you like so much, but I'm putting your motherfucking last name on that bitch. So I just need to save another $50,000 so I can buy this factory where we're gonna be making the bags at. Because I might as well, if I'm about to fucking spend $60,000 on bags, then I might as well just buy the whole factory so we make them with your last name. You feel me? Because that's the only fucking thing that makes sense. There's a whole bunch of nice bags out there. If you need somebody else's last name to feel good, then we have a lot of work to do, and money is not gonna help it. Because you don't even know these people. Their last name don't have no value to you. You think the value comes from somebody else knowing that you own it because it's out of financial reach. That is poverty mindset. Your value is not found in things, or else you're broke and you're a worker. You're at the consumer side of the table. And so I want you guys to make sure you tap in with that table's teaching, because I need you guys to get on the side of the table where you're producing shit, especially if you're part of this ministry. Now, unfortunately, I'm a little bit into profanity today because I had some firewood come in here and they were talking nonsense, so I got a little riled up. And I like to show these folks, we love the Lord, but we got a sword because he gave us one. So we swing it and we use it. And so if you come up in here and get your ass chopped, it means you're going to become firewood. Because anybody who's separated from the Lord cannot grow. If you are separated from the root, you cannot produce. And so anybody who come in here acting crazy, we cut them right from the roots and we send them right to the furnace and we keep it kingdom hot, boiling. What would you guys like? Black tea, coffee, or chai? What y'all like? I'm going to show you guys this video. I hope somebody's seen it. But if nobody's seen it, y'all going to see it right now.
Chanel, Gucci.
Is it going to work?
Louis. And you're telling me what I have spent on all these bags, I could have went to China and got them and not spent all this money? China, I'm coming. But let me just show you all the bags that I actually really have. Look at this. Jack Lou's, Louis, Hermes, Louis, Dior, 3 Chanels, Fendi, YSL, Chanel, Louis, Chanel. All of this stuff that I spent my hard-earned money on, all of this, are you freaking telling me that I overpaid for all of this shit? I am about to crash out.
Oops. Shouldn't have had my value in the opinions of people. I don't need to look good for y'all. My life needs to look good for my kids. Now, ain't no shade though, because you never know. Maybe somebody still gives a damn about these bags and they will buy them back. I don't know, whatever. But my whole intention in this conversation is $200,000 worth of bags. and you don't have no land. You don't own anything. You're in an apartment. People have different types of lifestyles out here. But the whole wisdom of this conversation is to know that if you put your value in externals, you're going to be disappointed because that's not where value is meant to be. Now, of course, there is inherent value in physical things. If you're walking around with some dusty ass breath, a valuable toothbrush is all you need. You feel me? It doesn't matter if it's going to be a $50 toothbrush or a $2 toothbrush. So long as you got some really good toothpaste, your $50 toothbrush and $2 toothbrush going to really help you out. But what is the true value of having to brush teeth? Well, I'll probably put a good $30 in some good healthy ass fluoride-free toothpaste. You feel me? But it really only costs $5. So you can recognize that the actual value is value, but it's not excessive. That is fucking excessive. And the only reason why somebody would want that and not take care of the true financial needs, rent, a place to live, land to call your own, so that you don't have to pay rent, a car that you actually own, so you're not paying a fucking car note, is actually being able to keep the money that you make. That's the value. So that you can employ the money that you have because you've been able to keep it. That's the value. We are renting life right now because we don't want to own it, because we don't want to think about the process of owning it, because we just want to look good in our neighbor's eyes. My neighbor doesn't think it's a good idea for me to be sharing a room because I'm saving money. So I'm not cool because I'm not fucking in a townhouse that I cannot afford. And so you get in the townhouse because you want your neighbors to look good and you want to look good in front of them. Yeah, that's the worst financial decision you just made. Can't teach everybody. Sometimes you gotta make these mistakes to learn them, like her. I was so happy when I read her comments. She was so accountable in there. I'm proud of her. A lot of women wouldn't post a video about that. A lot of men, if they made a similar decision, maybe not with bags, of course, but if they did a similar something, they wouldn't want to go out live and post about it. I mean, she getting a little bit of views, you know what I'm saying? Her views going up because it's a trending topic right now. So you would get on the bandwagon of exposing yourself for some views if you want to get all calculative and all that type of shit. I'm not like that. I'm just being honest because the Lord lives here. But when I looked at her comments, I was like, yeah, I'm proud of her. Because people was coming at her left and right. They was throwing them blows, bro. Them comments was dangerous, bro. Like, if she had a low self-esteem, her shit would have been broken. Straight up. Because the stuff that they were saying, they was coming for her. But she was like, you're right. I know. I was buying names. Better that you look at it and acknowledge it than act like you can't see that shit. That's blindness. You just going to keep blindness. I'm happy she woke up. But then you have to ask yourself, what do you use your money for? And this is why we start talking about value. What is true value? Because if you haven't been able to foresee your own life, you are going to create a life where you're fucking on the rat race and you're living on the wheel and you're going to be trying to run in a fucking cooler wheel than your neighbor. That's the rat race, bro. The rat race is I have a better wheel and I'm running in the race with you, but my wheel's better. Bitch, I'm getting off the wheel, bitch. That's cool. Lord. I'm off the wheel, bro. I'm going to be giving people the Spirit of God. I'm going to be helping people recognize the Christ of themselves. I'm going to be helping people walk in their fullness of authority and dignity in the Spirit of God. I'm going to be helping people recognize the presence of the Father with them. I'm going to help people recognize the presence of the Divine Mother with them. I'm going to help people recognize their higher self. And I'm still going to be separated from that fucking wheel. But I'm going to be right there next to y'all, but I'm not going to be running on that bitch, not one step. We're going to be at the same Chipotle, and I'm going to have a card, and I'm swiping my card, you're going to be swiping your card, and you're going to be thinking about where you're going tomorrow. Not you guys, but whoever. They're going to be thinking about where they're going tomorrow, and I'm going to think about this moment. My calendar is set. I'm a busy person. But I'm not worried about the world or money or none of that shit. My busyness is about how I'm about to see this kingdom manifest. That's what the fuck I'm busy with. You don't have to do nothing, gang. This message is just an installment. Because once we are able to see how the world chose our perception for us, then you can choose a different one. But until then, people out there like, oh, I can't wait to get this new car. And they was at the dealership looking at that shit, bro. You're not in the position to fucking buy that car at the dealership. You want the 2025 model so bad? Bro, go on fucking Facebook Marketplace and look for the 2023 model and save your ass a good $15,000. Go over there and look for the 2020 model, bro, and save your ass a good $25,000, bro. If you don't want to use it, that's cool. I will, because that's cool. I'm not about to be I'm not on this. No, this matrix is not for me, bro. No, I did not come here to do all this energy and then to share my talents and gifts and abilities and make money just so that I can pump the wheel that they're making everybody run on. No, I'm gonna create a space where we're no longer on the wheel, and I'm gonna create a bridge and be like, y'all ready to get off the wheel? If you want to keep your remote job, if you want to keep working wherever you work on the computer or whatever, you can keep doing the same shit that you're doing, gang. If you want to come over here and look for a job, you can do the same shit that you want to do, gang. But anybody who's part of this ministry, we offering up housing, and it's free. We just ask that you support us in keeping this place clean. We just ask that if you want to join the gardening club, you join and help them keep the farm growing and keep the food coming. If you want to help the people who work on the cars and work on the steel and all this thing, we're building fences and all this shit, you can help them out. If you don't want to do none of that shit and you just want to work on your own shit and have your own space, please just have your own space. We're going to be having dinner at 6 o'clock. We're going to be doing spaghetti and salad today. If you want to come, just let us know what type of spaghetti you like. If you're plant-based, let us know. What else, Father? We're going to be doing prayer. We're going to have a little live that we do. We're going to do live, but we're also going to have a gathering so everybody can come to the hall at 7:30. Okay, we're going to be doing church. And we're going to go live on Instagram, social media. You can come and put your phone on live. That's the type of shit we own. We're not with the Matrix. The Matrix is dead, bro. I'm telling you right now. We're about to create some shit that the Matrix just fucking loves that shit. And we're not going to be a part of the Matrix. Imagine if Neo, Trinity, Morpheus, and all the folks that was in the background doing all the shit that they was doing, imagine if they got the whole fucking Matrix to come and say, I want what they got. That's Illumination Church. That's Illumination Church. The whole Matrix, gang. They're going to be so bored. They're going to be like, yo, take this shit off of me. I want to wake up. I'm tired of this fucking rat race. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't playing no games. Hey, y'all, go check out my link tree. I got my link tree working back now on the TikTok. If y'all click it, it's going to work now. Because I had to send them a message. I was like, I wasn't able to make a link on my account. And I have a business account. And I have more than 1,000 followers. So how come I'm not able to have my links? And they restored it. So now my link works. Go ahead and click my link. On the GoFundMe, I got the Golden Sun Community's vision. I want y'all to see the vision. Y'all think that it's just words? Y'all must have not seen what the Lord does with me. If y'all think what I'm just saying is just words, and I'm not about to back this shit up with my whole soul, every fiber of my spirit, then y'all don't know me. What? What? Oh my God, bro. The Lord told me about one book. Guess what it is? The ABCs of Awakening Divinity. Guess where it is? In my hands as we speak. I fulfill. Go check out that vision, gang. And we're about to upload videos about that shit too. We're working on some videos. About to blow y'all mind what we doing for the kingdom of God. The world will know that God's love is real from what we do. Big facts. You can mark it on the wall, bro. You can mark it in the clouds. That shit is going to be there tomorrow. You know, so you guys know how the clouds move. If you mark what I'm telling you in the clouds, that shit going to be there tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. I'm telling you, my children's children going to be standing on the same soil we getting, bro. And we're going to be taking care of the homeless all across the world. We're going to have our own place where we create our own shit. Those of us who are really like, you know what I'm saying, a different type of time, we're not going to be sleeping with the homeless folks. We're going to get them a home and let them have a whole dominion around themselves. Give them the decency, mental, emotional, and stability so that they're able to take care of themselves. We're going to have people on staff, all that shit. Then we're going to have our own land where me and the good brothers and good sisters, you know what I'm saying, those of us who are entrepreneurial, who are thinkers and shit, we may be creating new products. We'll send that shit to market. But we're not paying rent. We're going to pay ourselves with peace by owning the fucking homes we live in. And then we get to do everything because we want to, not because we need to pay bills. I'm not fucking waiting for nobody. I'm just going to go ahead and go. Anybody who wants to come can come. But if you can't see it, then you can't come because you got to be able to tell for yourself. Some people come in here and they can know it's wisdom. Other people come in here and they're saying, oh, what you saying this, what you saying this. Bitch, y'all not ready for God. If you're not ready for him to use you, shit. What are you talking to him about? If you're not ready for God to use you, if you're not ready to say yes to his will, then what is the conversation? You asking him for stuff. So that you can have things, so that you can. I'm doing this so he can. And that's the difference. I'm doing this so he can restore the dignity of planet Earth to the people who deserve it. Oh, don't get me started. I'm about to cook, Father God. Oh, my Lord. I'm feeling the fire of the Spirit of the Father God right now. If you guys check in the last 6 days, almost $2.5 billion disappeared from the homeless people in Southern California. There was some type of homeless fund that was $24 billion and $2 billion disappeared. And they've been watching the homeless people's numbers go up. So where the fuck is that $2 billion that's supposed to be helping the people on the streets? Well, that's good because we only need 1 meal to get started. So go ahead and find that fucking money and bring us a meal so we can get some people off the street. What the fuck are y'all doing? Government? What the fuck are y'all doing? How long does it fucking take? They got all this shit on these auctions. They auctioning all these buildings. Bitch, why don't you put the homeless people in there? Call them motherfucker a day. Y'all printing the money anyway. Where them nurses at that don't have no fucking jobs? Help them over here. Help them with the mental health. I will work this shit so easy, bro, if I was the president of the Spirit of God world. Because I'm not taking the United States. No, bitch, I need the whole thing. Because look at China. If we had a good conversation with China and they over there recognizing and being truthful, nobody can lie to us, bro. Not when we not. So I better never see a homeless person in China. I'm on my way. Because I seen their homeless percentage, I think, is less than 1.6%. So they doing very, very good as far as keeping it zero. You feel me? I don't remember the number over here in the U.S., but that bitch is already beyond 2. It's too much. Not while the Lord is here. And he's here as me. So guess what? We getting everybody off the street. Who's going to do it? Great thing God sent his son. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's worried about their own needs. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's trying to be pleased because somebody thinks they're something. So they're fucking chasing the opinion of their neighbor instead of helping the neighbor. They want their neighbor to think about them a certain way. I don't give a fuck how y'all think. I just hope that y'all do. Because a lot of folks out here got a fucking brain, don't know what to do. Woo! I'm over here cutting up. That's crazy. I'm glad I never bought no crazy items. I'm glad you ain't do it either. I was reading somebody's comment that was like, I'm glad God didn't give me too much money too soon. I think it's healthy. I think it's very healthy because it's easy to get caught up in some shit like that, especially if you don't know yourself. And if your parents are not the one helping you know yourself, then you're already super disadvantaged out here in this world, bro. And you think that you need to work and work in the sense of be less than yourself to win somebody's opinion of you. They didn't give us no sense of self-worth if that's the case. You feel like it starts in high school. You want to be the one with the new shoes because the guy with the new shoes, everybody wants to hang out with him. Or the girl that's the most pretty, she's the newest pretty one in town. She got the makeup, so you feel like, nah, you got to start wearing makeup and all this shit. Stop watching folks, gang. You got to learn how to focus on your paper at this point in time. Facts. And your paper needs to say, how do I get myself to experience the freedom that God already gave us? And until then, do everything that you can to take care of everything that you can. You can't go for a big goal if you can't take care of today. So take care of today and have your big goal. You feel me? And that's why I'm here. Because I know that when God blesses me, he already knows what we're doing with it. So he's the one blessing everyone he's being blessed. I'm not blessing nobody. He's blessing them. Because he already knows that I was going to do that. So I can't take credit for it. And I wouldn't want to anyways. I didn't think about taking all the homeless people off the street. I had to see all this shit first to even think about them. You guys think I was even recognizing the homeless situation when I was working a corporate job, working in digital forensics at Sony, getting paid stacks? I couldn't even see that shit. It was nowhere in my importance. I couldn't even give a damn if I thought about it. I'm too busy focusing on my bills and all that type of shit. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with building your own life and all this type of stuff, but what I'm saying is we don't know what life is worth. And they've told us what it's not worth. And so we're going based on what they've said at this point in time. And that's why I'm here, because I'm tired and I'm not waiting for them. So let me come back to the comments. I thank you guys so much for tapping in. We about to get into some words. I think we may be doing a pull in a minute too. All right, let's see. Man, I put the music off and everything. I've been flowing, Lord. Damn. I be cutting though because I value y'all enough to make sure that you're not misvaluing yourself. I can't have people around me that don't know themselves well because then I'll be teaching the whole time. I don't like that. I know I'm a teacher, but still. I can't be teaching the same lesson over and over. That's fucking boring. How am I going to be a teacher if I like boring shit? Then everybody's going to be bored around me then because I'm going to be cool with it. No, I don't like boring shit. Gotta sauce it up. I sauce everything on myself. I first started off in iPhone repair, working with technology. iPhone 4, iPhone 4S, iPhone 5, iPhone 5S, 5C, 6, 6S, 6S Plus, 7, 7 Plus, 7, 8, 8 Plus. I mean, all the way till now. You don't think I'm gonna get bored? This shit is the same fucking phone, gang. I'm telling you, gang. The only thing they did was enlarging this part, change this part, change the camera, change the megapixels here, changes this, Same microphone, send the text message, same screen, same picture, same selfie, just new camera, bro. Same shit. I did it for as much as I could. I got bored. Started building websites. Then I left doing fundraising websites, and I stopped doing nonprofit websites. Then I started getting the e-commerce websites. Then after that, I started getting the affiliate marketing, and I started doing videos, and I started doing ads, and I started doing Google ads, and I started doing YouTube, and then I started doing YouTube ads. Then. Now I'm just here with the Lord because I'm bored. And there's a lot of problems in the world. Nobody's focusing on them because everybody wants to get their own shit. And most of the time, they want their shit because somebody else is going to say it's good because they got it. They don't really want it for themselves that much. Now, if you want it for yourself that much, then go get your shit, right? But don't base your life on anybody's interpretation. You really got to care, or else you don't. And if you don't care, you're not going to profit well in this world. If you don't care, you can get a good 6-figure job. But when you give a damn, you can become a multimillionaire. And that's the conversation we're having. See, a lot of times people can't reach into their multi-million-dollar idea is because they're so bogged down with the daily. And that's why I'm creating this communities and creating these cultivated experiences where people can actually connect deeper with themselves because they don't have to think from the survival place. And that's that rat race I was talking to you guys about, where everybody's just trying to sustain renting. I know I'm breaking the paradigms with this one, Lord. I know that. I'm pretty sure nobody on here has anybody talking about this. I don't even know if I have anybody talking about this. I think I'm literally saying this and I'm the only one I know. We can't help those that don't want help. Put water in front of somebody that is thirsty. You can't force them to drink. My mom was saying this the other day. God gives you wisdom for you to share with others, not to keep. Oh, I love that, Dave. Bro, big facts, bro. Like I couldn't keep this stuff to myself. I've written books because of it. I got my new book coming out too. I'll talk to you guys about it in a minute. But wisdom is not meant to just keep in your mind. It's meant to be displayed all the time. And that's how I want to live my life. I don't want to be known as the person who's preachy. No, bro, fuck that. I want to be known as the man who came and gave God's level of love. That's the motherfucking standard. And we trying to reach higher than that. And I already know what I'm doing. I don't even have to come up with this shit. I literally already don't even have to think about what I'm supposed to do to achieve that. That shit is literally already there, done, waiting for me to get there. God is just waiting for somebody who cares. Oh, hey, I have a toxic relationship with self-sabotage. Oh, we're going to have to heal that. You mentioned Costa Rica because you knew you had to go back and share. Yes, bro. That's what it was, because when I left, God told me to leave, right? But then when I was there, I didn't want to leave because I finally felt, oh, the people that I was raised around, they just didn't fucking get it. Literally. I was around people that I didn't have to teach all the time. And the shit that I was talking about was obvious to them. I felt like I was home for the first time. But then when my ticket was expiring, or when my flight was coming up, I was looking at that shit. I was like, bro, I don't want to fucking take this flight, bro. I'm about to just miss it and stay. And then when I'm ready to leave, I'll book another flight and go back later. But God was just on me about it, bro. And I know when he's talking to me, so I don't even pretend about that shit. Because that means if I pretend, then later I'm going to be thinking about what he said. And I don't do that type of shit. Like, that does not work for me. I'm the type of person that if you were standing right in front of me and you were choking, I wouldn't think about doing something for you later. My conversation with God is choking, in a sense, that it has to be taken care of right now. That's how I word it. Because it's like, I don't know what to say. I just care in a word, right? But it's also an immediacy, because God is not bothering anyone. He's only speaking to those who he knows he can use for the things that he's trying to do. That's the only thing he's doing, gang. So I don't care what he's bothering you with. He's not bothering you. He's inviting you so that you can be the scene and people can come to the stage and they can see what you are putting on display. This has to be heard by your spirit. I watched Ernest on Netflix, wondering why they went up the mountain. We all go up the mountain. And I think this mountain is where we all need to climb. Hold on. I missed something. When someone stands close to the light, they go, it's by Beelzebub, he casts demons. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Ari. I'm like, what? I'm making sure you got your Yeshuas on. If you're not casting out demons, you're not doing it right. Tripping. Didn't Jesus say that we will go to do greater things? Ari, I was just saying that, gang. I was like, man, he said, even those who believe on my name shall do even mightier and greater works than these. That's a comparative statement in the future of expectation. You cannot support and say that you support the Lord and Christ the Lord and Jesus and all this type of shit, and you're just supposed to be fucking following. Following how? The only type of following is being the next greatest. That's the only following you can do, gang. If you love me, you will keep my commandments. That means there's some shit to do. And if you're not doing it, then you are just watching, and that's stagnant. That's where moths and larvae and dragonflies be taking their eggs. You got mosquitoes growing on your type of shit. Like, this is flowing river water here, living water here. This is not stagnant shit. I was just talking to you guys about this plan for the community. That shit is already established. Go to the link in the bios. First link. Golden Sun Communities. Go and read that vision and tell me that shit don't move your soul. I didn't come up with it. God told me. The same way he told me this book. The same way he told me these cards. I mean, if this shit don't say he's doing it, then I cannot help you guys. I'm telling you guys the future. You guys are going to have to see it when it happens. I'm already watching this shit. The same one who told me to make this one is the same Father God who's going to take all the homeless people off of every single state in the United States. You don't have to be a part of it, but you can damn sure say you heard about it because he told you before he did it. That's what you can say. That's what I get to say. He told me before he did that shit. You can't do anything else. I can't even do anything else. I didn't fucking come up with it. He came up with it. Are y'all receiving this today? My value is not because of me, gang. It's because of how I've come. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't get your value, gang. You are the value. If you don't know that, the world is tricking you. Facts. There's no other way to slice it, gang. You're it or you're not. I know everybody here is it, gang. I'm just hoping that you do. And that's why this message is about self-worth is coming to you. There's some miraculous, unique things about you that you're not giving enough airtime in your thoughts. You're not. Because you didn't have an environment to support you in seeing yourself from how God is. So we're always valuing ourselves in a fucking less than what it really is way. That's the summary of humanity right now. And so somebody like me comes to show this mirror that say, hey, I want you to see what God sees though. Because that's some fucking ice cream. That it don't get scooped when you focus on it. I know that if I'm not tapping in, seeing what's unseen to talk about it, I'm not doing me. Nobody else can see it. That was interesting. The light hit that time right there. But nobody else can see it. So what I'm supposed to do, wait for them? I'll be waiting my whole fucking eternity, gang. I had to send myself to do this shit. It's weird. You may see the world in a way that nobody around you can recognize. Well, good thing you've already seen it. Now call the Lord and ask him what you want to do with all this awareness. That's all you got to do. I don't know how to do this shit either. I just know who. Once you can hear him, it's not a conversation, gang. It is accepting the conversation. It's not a conversation of, I'm not sure if he's saying this or he's saying this. You know. If you don't know how to do this, take the intuition class. Link in the bio. Link in the link tree. It's right there. God helped me do this for my own mom because he showed me where the blocks are by showing me them on her. Because she was steady trying to block me from me knowing what I know and doing what I feel. And then I had the observation of how she started basically numbing her own intuition. And then when you don't hear from yourself or you restrict your own voice from you, basically saying you have a higher mind, but you say, oh, I don't want to do this because you start making mistakes in life. Because God does not come to do anything more life. This is like what Yeshua said. I've come to bring you more life more abundantly. So when you tap in with your higher mind, when you tap in with the higher self, and you have a download of insight, that is exactly Jesus coming to himself as you. This intelligence is Christ. People are waiting for a man because they're still illusioned. I can't help that. I've made so many videos. Right now, I don't know how to help. I got to talk to the Lord and see how to break this shit so basic. I don't know. I'm some small girl in town, Oregon. This reached me because I'm discerning and I vibe. Yes. No, I'm telling you, the Father has some big plans for you. You're not some girl. He got you queen. Royalty. King, you sent me something earlier and I was trying to read it, but it kept disappearing. Can you resend it later? Yeah, let me go and see about what that was. Linda, I remember I sent you this. I did send you something. It's worth noting, surprise. Searching for things and stuff. Yes. Cooking on baking soda. Dollar Tree has something that's also going up. I forgot what I was talking about. I want my money to have babies. Yes. We're supposed to be having a whole bunch of babies up in here. We're supposed to be divinely multiplying. Men can have a chain collection where they announce the diamonds aren't worth as much. That's deep, bro. They're doing that a lot right now. The metals are surpassing the diamonds because they've been able to synthetically make them utilizing silicon oxide. And they use these pressurized, I forgot, I think it's graphite. And underneath the heat, they can basically shape the diamond in any carat. So they can literally print them bitches at this point. Moissanite crystals. But they also get into synthetic gold in a minute from now. They're trying to recreate everything, bro. They're chasing the dollar, bro. Bro, the world is illusion, bro. It's really the plans that the powers that used to be, really. Because they have tried to own what God has given us all freely with allodial titles and different titles that people don't know about. So then you're not able to really access the ownership that God has given something for free unless you have land and you have it backed by a private trust and all this other shit. So it's like if you don't know this form of the system, you can't even really own anything in their language. So we're going to know the language. We're going to get the money, and we're going to buy the shit for God, and then we're going to take ourselves out of the fucking system, and then we're going to own our own land, and nobody's going to be able to tell us anything. And we're going to govern in Jesus Christ. So if you don't like the Lord, then forget about it. You can't hang out with us. Now, I don't know what we're going to say to the homeless people, but I'm not saying they have to come over here and be all up in the church and all this type of stuff. But what I am saying is there's only one way this is going. And if you're not able to follow these rules, whatever the rules are going to be, the guidelines, whatever the guidelines are going to be, then it's not possible because we're not creating a space where we have to make people safe. We're creating a safe space for people. And it's not just one space. So don't think about us being all together in a whole bunch of people because I like privacy as well. And I think people need some privacy. This is not going to be like some little shelter shop of shit where everybody sleeps together in a fucking big ass room with a whole bunch of beds. No, people should get their own fucking roof. And it don't cost that much. Renewable housing methods can literally build a home with 3 rooms with $15,000. Renewable sustainable housing, biovetic geodesic homes, dome homes. That shit is fucking not expensive. Easy temperature control, healthy for the winter, great with sun, unburnable, unconsumable, no mold. I mean, what the fuck? They're selling houses for $450,000 when the building materials and the labor actually costs $20,000. If you actually build for what you desire to maintain for your own ownership, not some big ass house that you just want to have because the banks are building them this way. The banks have literally robbed everybody by making houses the expensive that they are. Because the builders don't even get not even one of those 400,000s. They don't even get $100,000 for building all that shit. Literally, that shit is super inflated. And so we're not going to wait for people to be able to overwork themselves to accomplish living and thriving in a system that is really built to suppress and maximize on their labor. That is called theft. They're stealing from people by not allowing people to have access to what God has given us all. I'm not fucking waiting for them. I'm going to get this money because God is bringing it. We're going to get these different forms of land because God is bringing it. We're going to have different people in these different places that are all homeless, and that's going to take care of the homeless problem. Then those of us who feel like just being about the Lord and traveling or whatever the fuck, we're going to travel somewhere else, buy some land over there, buy some land over there, buy some land over there, where the fuck we ever feel like. We're going to go wherever we feel like. We're going to be giving the world their content. They're going to be sitting at their jobs. Should have came with us. Should have came with us. Should have came with us. They're going to be sitting at their jobs, looking at the cartoons we made, looking at the videos we uploaded, looking at the fucking movies we made, and we're going to be living rent-free on our own land, all backed by the Golden Sun Trust, and everybody who's part of the trust owns the land with us. We're not the owners of the land. We are all the owners of this land. Now, this is not going to be spread out just randomly, okay? But it's going to be done in a way where after my life is expired and the Lord comes to get me, that shit can't be changed. That's how it's going. So, bitch, I don't care if I'm fucking 75 years old. We're going to be taking care of the homeless people. I don't care if 20 years after this life, bitch, I am going to be taking care of homeless people. I don't give a fuck if it's fucking 200 years from now. If the government don't decide to copy us, we going to still own this land, and we going to make sure there are no homeless people. You can never go back to the grocery store and find somebody asking you for some food. It's not possible. We got them all. They all in the different homes. They got their own homes. They got their own keys and keypads and locks and all that shit. They have their own space. They can keep it. They can live there for the rest of their fucking life for free in the name of God. That's the level of his love. And you don't have to believe me. I don't need y'all belief. It's done. Y'all gonna see on your own time. A lot of people are behind. I'm on front. So I just make a video to catch everybody up to speed. That shit is done. If you don't want to do that, you might want to find another problem, because if we take care of this one, gang. You want to help out? Maybe you can sow a donation. Go to the GoFundMe. But this shit's pretty much done. Every 50 state, every single state in the 50, we're gonna start one. We're gonna make a concept. That shit's gonna work. We're gonna change some people's lives. We're gonna make some fucking videos, and the whole fucking world is gonna want to be part of this shit. What the fuck else do you want to be known for? You want to be known because you got a fucking Chrysler and a Bugatti and a motherfucking Ferrari? That's dead shit. We're gonna be known for giving life and preparing life and securing life and restoring dignity to humanity and people who've been misfortunate in the system that fucking monitors, manages, and maximizes on labor. We got fucking veterans who are fucking homeless right now for fucking almost trying to die for this shitty ass country that don't know how to repay the people who slave for them. What the fuck? They have a fucking promise of 40 acres and a mule just lingering in the fucking air, bruh. You got fucking veterans who are homeless? That's a disgrace. Y'all shouldn't even be needing them guns, bitch. Y'all have the fucking Bible. What the fuck? Manipulating people, trying to throw in front of them a fucking savior, and then fucking decide if they don't want to believe you're gonna kill them. Don't get me excited about this, because I'll cut this up really good. I've taken notes on every single stage. I would cut this up. They own you at that point. They can just take it all away. I'm going to watch that Matrix movie. I may have to watch it again, Lord. I never could finish the Matrix movie. I got enough of it in the world. But see, you watch the Matrix, you got to see who you are in the movie, gang. This is exactly why you read the scripture. You got to see who you are in the scripture, gang. Facts. If you don't know yourself, it's because you don't know the Lord that much. Mata. It's like a trail of crumbs when they want you to lease things or get to a point where we are worth it. They're just regular people like us, homeless people, get it worse and keep this up. And then even the term homeless, bro. I've been using the recognition because I did an interview the other day, and then I was able to help them facilitate the second interview. And I heard another brother's story, bro. I make this look easy. It's not easy for everyone. If I didn't have a car, it wouldn't be the same, bro. It would not be the same. So I like the term unhoused because God gave us all a home. It's called the planet Earth. We fucking mismanaged it. And I'm happy they're having robots. I'm happy AI is here. Because now people can recognize there's greater worth than labor. Because now they're going to cut jobs. So people who can only survive based on, working a job that's less than their sole purpose, they're going to get fired. I think it's better. Come over to go in some communities, you don't have to pay no rent. You can figure out whatever you want to do and take your time. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have teachers there. We're going to have counselors there. We're going to have preachers there. We're going to have people who are evangelists there. We can keep growing without having to grow in the way of the world. And be able to recognize, nobody needs to think that they're not going to be taken care of. We're receiving donations from everywhere. We're good. Food. We're having lunch. We're having dinner at 6. We're having a fucking s'mores night. Whatever. I'm just not waiting for anyone anymore. I thought that maybe I was supposed to I don't know. I thought that maybe I was waiting for someone. I was supposed to do this with someone, or maybe my partner was gonna come, or maybe I was gonna meet some new people. But no, bro, I'm about to just do this shit, bro. God can come get me anytime. I don't know. So I want to be making sure all my shit is packed and the whole world is packed with wisdom and knowledge and understanding that He gave me. Because I'm not taking none of this shit with me. I'm taking the memory that I gave everything. That's what I'm taking with me. I'm not taking none of this shit with me. I'm taking the memory that I gave everything. If I got what I prayed for, it would have been the end of me. I feel you, Dave. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. Sometimes it takes us to that extent to recognize how good God really is. I be saying sometimes I want people to get everything they want as soon as possible. Quickly. I mean, microwave style. Just so that they can see how much that shit is not good for them. Because if they stay in the state of desiring it, that tension is going to build and build and build and build, and they still going to want some shit that's not good. So I hope they get it quickly so they can figure that shit out ASAP, that you do not need that shit and it is not best for you to have it. For real. I actually was wondering, how come I didn't get this job at Amazon? I just worked at Sony. I'm really good at data infrastructures and all this shit. And I'm really good at IT and cybersecurity stuff. So I was mad that I didn't get the job at Amazon. But now I'm fucking happy I didn't get the job at Amazon. Because now I get to talk about how Amazon didn't hire me after I got to the round 3 of the interview. And then how I was supposed to be making $160,000 and I'm going to talk about how much I made instead of making that. And then I'm going to be able to talk about how I was able to get all the homeless people off the streets in America because I wasn't able to work a fucking corporate-ass job. I shouldn't have even wanted that bitch anyways. But I couldn't see what God was doing at that time, to be honest. I was like, Lord, why you want me to come back to this data stuff? I was asking Him. I was like, okay, maybe God wants me to do all this data stuff because He wants me to get a job to take care of myself. Okay, well, I'm going to do that. Try my best. 7 months of applications. Three applications went to different companies. When I saw Amazon was hiring for the same position, I was like, no, I want Amazon. I want to know what they know. I want to see what they're building. I want to see the infrastructure. I want to see this inside. So I got set. I was like, all right, I'm doing that. And I thought it was no big deal. I worked at a big company before. This is going to be another one. God didn't let it happen. On third interview, they said they found somebody else. It took so long to tell me, too. They took 2 weeks to tell me. And they only told me because I reached out. They probably was never going to say shit to me. That's probably a whole message right there. But I'm excited because this vision is greater than fucking working a job anywhere. I get to joy in all the testimonies of people who get to say out loud their mouth, my life has changed because of this vision. Nobody can buy that. Bitch, there's no money you can give me for that. I get to take people off the streets, women with their children who are sitting at the fucking supermarket asking for food, asking for money. Take them all off the street, gang. Got a whole roof over their head. They can't go out there trying to just penny handle people. They got all their fucking shit needs met. Their life has to mature mentally, spiritually, emotionally. They have to desire something greater. They got everything now. That's what I'm doing. People who got jobs, keep them. I think it's great. Still do what you love. But for me, my business is doing my father's work now. And he's taking care of his kids. Yep. So that's what we're doing. Taking care of the kids. There I got to make you feel what you's not good enough. Then you'll buy what I'm selling. That's what they do, gang. Linda, you're on point. They just try to install a little doubt, self-doubt, or a little bit less self-appreciation, show you some things you don't have, make you feel like you want something else that somebody else has for some reason, emotionally manipulate, and then you're about to take out your wallet. I tell my kids, we are our own advocates, that no one else will do it. Nobody else. And that's the part that hurts me a little bit. Following means doing what they do. Jesus got the fish and bread and multiplied it. Do the same. Let's go. I love that, Aria. I gave 3 of them away to a homeless person. Okay. What's up, Lord Drill? Toothpaste is what you were talking about. Oh, okay. Bro, they tried the toothpaste, gang. They saw Hitler. They saw that he put fluoride in the water, sodium fluoride, straight up in the water. They became docile and did what they was told. They was not fighting as much. They wasn't rebelling as much. And then everybody fucking cleaning their mouth with that same shit. I don't need to read nothing else, bitch. That motherfucking sodium fluoride is ranked as a neurotoxin, bitch. Go look it up. That shit did not supposed to be in toothpaste. Toothpaste on the back of it, warning, do not swallow. That shit should say, warning, do not buy this. We still have ignorance in our consciousness, so we're putting garbage in it. Don't buy this. That's what they should be putting on the fucking back of that bitch. They shouldn't say, warning, don't swallow. If swallowed, call poison control. They should say, call the police. We shouldn't be selling this shit anymore. Come get us. They try to control what we use as toothpaste, as if anyone has good. Hold on, wait. Oh, y'all jamming up. Okay, I was about to say, I'm trying to read. I still use Family Dollar glasses. I use Dollar Tree glasses because my insurance doesn't provide glasses, but I can still see. We are the land, and we take care of the land. The land takes care of us. That's what it is, Aria. We are the land, and if we're not taking care of the land, we can't actually take care of ourselves. This other thing too, we have lost our land is because our minds have been consumed. What you experience on the inside is what's reflected on the outside. And what's happening on the inside is everybody is homeless because they don't even live at home with their own hearts and their own minds. They live in the house of everybody else's opinion of them. And this is why everybody's renting. When you come home to yourself, you want your own shit, not because of somebody. And so even over here at the Golden Sun communities, when we start bringing everybody and like start housing people, they can leave any fucking time they want. This is not a contract. You're not supposed to be bound here. You feel like you got your idea launched and all this shit. You got $100,000. You want to go somewhere. Get your ass on Google, do your shit. If you ever want to come back, send us an email. Call us. We are not tripping. We want people to feel like they can move because they can. You can stay here. You want to recalibrate, get your life back together. Get your life back together. We want to have dinner at 6. Let us know what you like. When you're ready to go, shit, goodbye. We're going to miss you. I think that's the healthiest, non-detachment oriented community service in the fucking world. What if somebody wants to move and get a land so they can have their own kids and shit? I want you to go quickly, bro. Come on, man. So fulfill the Lord's words, man. Let's help them look. Shit. See, I don't think y'all ever recognize energy like this. I'm the only person I know that wants the best for other people for no reason besides they want what they want. And I want what they want for them. That's all. Ends right there, bro. It's weird. I don't know how I'm doing it either. Okay, come on, Ari. We're not supposed to be disconnected from it. Rubber soles block the connection. Look at that. The neglect of veterans and the 911 first responders. That's why I refuse to go to the military. Yeah, bro, they're going to use your labor the best way they can. They're going to get you a motherfucking social security check, and that shit not going to do. And then your ass going to, not you, but, and then a lot of the cases, people don't have a place to live. I'm so happy I recognize Austin, Texas has a veteran-only community housing situation where they let the veterans stay as long as they need. When they move out with all the furniture. Well, as soon as they leave, they get the whole new bitch fresh furniture, and they put a new veteran in there. I was praising the Lord about that shit. Now, I don't agree with the fucking wars that they've been fighting for anyways. Because you're basically telling me that you want to go and fight your brother for some shit that God gave us all. That's fucking ignorance. I don't support that. But I'm just trying to, poke the bear of America. Like, why the fuck y'all not helping the people that's almost trying to die for y'all? Y'all printing the money anyway. Just fucking go to the computer and put minus on the fucking million and get the motherfuckers a house.